Righty guys, what is up? It is Games. I'm back here with a beginner's guide, everything you need to know for anime crossover defense, which has recently just dropped. So this is like, in this video I'm going to be telling you literally everything you need to know. So this is going to be a jam-packed video. It's not going to be many edits, it's just going to be like, I'm going to tell you one thing to the next, to the next, to the next. So once you've watched this video, you should have a very good idea on how the game's played and what you're supposed to do. So first of all, the game has the obvious story modes which you go through here. You have 4 different maps. You have Hidden Village, Marine Lobby, Entertainment District and Soul City. Now you can see each of them has a 1x reward, which I'm clicking on at the moment. It has a legendary one which is a guaranteed artifact for when you do the raid. This is only a % chance. And these are crystal helixes, which are basically the traits in this game. You need 5 of these and then it's equal to 1 trait reroll. So basically these are very good to get. You usually get at least 1 a game, and then these drop rewards are just gems that you get and crafting materials that you can use to evolve your units. So obviously there's 3 different stages for each map. They progressively get harder and the map changes for each, and then you have infinite mode, which is actually quite difficult. And then obviously the infinite modes have more rewards because every boss has a chance to drop one, and yeah, that's basically it. The mini bosses and the bosses also have a chance to drop like random gems and units, so make sure that you're checking like where they die, because I've made the mistake of missing them out in previous games and then I just miss the rewards because I don't go and claim them. So there is that, and then you obviously can see you have 7 units. The 7 units that you have, there's no level requirement for them, you can just get them when you want. There's up to mythicals in this game, these are legendaries. Obviously it shows the damage it does, the seconds per attack, the range and the critical chances. You're able to feed your other units with other units, that obviously levels them up and it shows the required amount that you'd need. So just like so. And then obviously you can equip 7. With the artifacts, you get them from the orbs. The orbs that you get from doing story mode and infinite mode, you put them into the raid, which I'll show you in a second, and then you can get artifacts like these. Now I don't know how many there are or which ones are good. You can kind of just like get a couple and compare them to each other, and you can also rank them up with materials that you get from doing the raids and runs. So obviously this one, for example, gain a permanent aura when doing increases damage. This one does slightly increase damage and upgrade costs. So they're all different, but they're all good. And then obviously here's the items, 5 of these for a trait reroll, as I said. And then just, okay, so here's the thing, different story modes, these different fire things, when you're upgrading the units, the different colours you have. So as you can see on these units, you can see that my Rengoku is a fire unit, as you can see, because he has a burn icon in the bottom right. That means with these rubies, these can be used to rank up your units. These are the materials you use, such as you use these purple ones, and then if you get the orange ones, sorry, and then if you get the purple ones here, you use the dark units, the green ones are for nature, and the white ones are for normal, etc, etc. These are used to add XP to a unit, like the ramen bowls and the sushis. You get those randomly in the game, and then these are to provide essence when ranking up artifacts. If you're wondering where you rank up artifacts and where you find the artifact raid, you want to make your way all the way up here. You have an artifact shop which is coming soon, so it's not currently in the game at the moment. But here's the artifact upgrade. So you select an artifact that you want to upgrade, you click it, and then you add the essence right here, and then you press confirm, and then it gets upgraded. The UI is bugged currently at the moment, but it has actually upgraded, and then you can increase the ranks. So the artifact rift. This is what you do. So when you complete the story modes and you get these orbs, which are shown right here, these are these orbs right here, the rift orbs. What you do is you go in here, and then you add the orb that you want to do. Again, this is only a percentage chance, I don't know the exacts, and then the legendary orb is you're guaranteed to get one. And then once you see, when you enter one of these, it's quite interesting. So the thing with these artifact raids is actually like kind of a unique feature on this game, which is like very different to any other tower defense I've ever played. You have like these thing called affixes, if I'm not too sure, if I'm not mistaken, and then you have 5 or 6 of them in the game. I'm pretty sure it's 5. It could be 6 though. It could be 6. We'll see in a second. And then you have basically like pros and cons to the run depending on which one you do, right? So as you can see in my lobby, you'll see that I have 5 different rift affixes. So it'll put you in a random map. So for example, this one is decrease range by 40% for all units. A random boss will spawn at the end of every wave. Increase max placement for all units by 10, which is a very good one. And decrease placement cost of 90, so that's very good. And as you can see by the faces, if it's like a big smiley face, then it's a good one. If it's slight, then it's alright. And then if it's sad faces, then obviously it isn't good. But this is good because that means you can place 10 farms. Like any unit that you can only place once or 3 times, you can place 10. So that's very good. Soul Siphon, whenever a unit gets a kill, it also gets permanent 1% damage. And then whenever an enemy dies, there's a chance it summons an allied spirit. So obviously there's a bunch of them that you could get. It's not just a specific one, it could be anything. And then once you get them, obviously some are going to be easier than others. I believe it's 15 waves, or it could be more. It could be different each wave, but it's been 15 for me. They could change it though. And then obviously you just complete the runs with the stuff you have, and then when you win, you get the artifacts which you can put on the units. But again, obviously, if you don't have a legendary one, it's only a % chance. You don't lose your orb if you lose. So if you have a really bad one, like with a bunch of RNG, you got unlucky with the options you picked, you can just leave and rejoin. So obviously that is a benefit, and I would probably consider doing that. But yeah, this is a very good feature to have, and it's you know, it's pretty good for grinding artifacts because you will definitely need them later down the line for sure. That is like for definite. Okay, moving on, you obviously have the challenge rift, which this is for endgame content. If you've not played the game and you don't have a bunch of good units, I wouldn't do it. So you go through different floors, which they increasingly get harder, and you get gem rewards for doing it, and the progress does not reset, so it's a universal thing. You can always come back to it when you want to, but I'll let you guys check that out for yourselves. Moving on swiftly to the power transfer. This is basically if you have 2 of the same unit, you can constantly upgrade its damage. So I'm pretty sure at a certain point it could go to a mythic if you get it high enough. So if I go to this one and I go to this one, see they have different like numbers with them. If you confirm them and power transfer, then that unit that you just done gets slightly better than it was. And then you can obviously just keep doing it for more units that you have. You can confirm and you can transfer the power, and there you go. It keeps getting stronger, the damage keeps going up, so that's definitely one way to make your unit stronger. Summoning, it's basically the same as any game. This game's got a pity, 81 out of 500. Obviously you guys will start at 0, because I've been playing the game. And then I'm pretty sure that's for a guaranteed mythic. If it wasn't, I'd be very surprised. Shows the chances at the bottom. So the one that's highlighted in the banner, you have double the chance, and then you have a 25% chance to get 2 of the others, 0.4% chance, and then obviously the legendaries are at 5%, with the guaranteed ones at the banner being a high percentage, epics, rares, and so on and so forth. So it's not just the 4 in the banner, obviously. And then moving on over here to the left side of the map, you have traits, which, as I was saying before, when you get 5 of the helixes, you can get a trait on a unit. And obviously, as you can see, I've only got 1 because I'd need 10 to get 2 more. So then you go to the chances, and then you've got the different trait chances, which you've got Impossible, which you've got Omnipotent, Doppelganger, CEO, you've got the Mythicals, which is Innovator, Nano Machines, Light Speed, Legendary's got Supersonic, Hawkeye, Radiant, Epic, Range, Speed, Strength, and then Rare is Speed, Range, Strength again, but obviously a bit weaker. So obviously, you want to just do story modes to get those. That's probably the best way you get them. And then with the unit rank up, that's the ones you use with the materials. So if I wanted to rank him up, which adds 3% damage, which I could do right now, I'd need some of the lesser rubies that you get from doing the story mode. So I just rank it up, and there you go. There it is again. So we'll just get that for a thumbnail because we can. And then that is honestly basically like, that's the idea of it. That's the idea of the game. You know, you want to keep ranking up your units because the better you rank them up, the better it will be for you. Obviously, the more damage. So that is slight upgrades each time, but like over time, that's going to be like very helpful. Yeah, what's up, random guy? And then obviously the stuff I haven't missed, the stuff I have missed out, which I am going to get to right now because I'm currently live while I'm recording this video. You've got the Battle Pass. Now the Battle Pass, there's a free one and there's a premium one. The premium one cost 1,000 currency of this one that I have 0 of, which I'm not quite sure how to get. You might get some from the battle pass or from doing future raids or stuff. It seems like you don't get them from here, so there'll be another way. I'm not too sure how you get those. But other than that, you get the free one. So you've got these missions. You have daily, weekly and monthly missions. So the daily ones, they obviously reset every 24 hours, the weekly every 7 days, and the month every 30. And then you complete these challenges, which you claim, and then it levels up your battle pass. So as you can see, I've gone from 10 to 11. Then if I keep claiming this, I'm going to have 120 there, so it's gone up as such. And then obviously I don't have any more at the moment. But the 10th level on the battle pass is a guaranteed mythic. So that's like a very good friend game. That's how I got my Rengoku. As you can see right here, random mythical at the level 10. So I definitely consider going for that as soon as you can, just seeing what the challenges are and try and get them done as soon as possible. And then you've got your quests. The quests are every single day, and then you just claim them. And then as you can see, once it hits the present icon, you just click it, and then you get gems for it. But that's not all. That's not all. As you can see on the left, we haven't seen the collection thing. So when you click on that, when you find a unit or you pull it, which as you can see you click found, but when it says claim reward, if you pulled a unit and you haven't yet claimed it, when you claim it, you'll get gems and you'll get 1 crystal helix. So that's very good. So you want to make sure to keep claiming them when you get new units, as you can see, and it shows like the different like themes or like stuff they're from. So that's kind of cool, and you can see units that you haven't currently got at the moment. And obviously you just get gems and helixes from everyone. So like it's just like a little bonus reward and like an kind of an index thing to like keep you aware of what units you got, which is kind of cool. A little unnecessary, some would say, but it is a cool feature. And that's basically all the game has. That is basically the entire game at the moment. There's no leaderboards. The game isn't necessarily pay to win. There's this spot over here, but you can't go through it. Okay, you can. Hold on a minute. Hold on, I did not know this was a thing. Let's see it together. So, ascend a unit. So if I pick a unit, what happens? Okay, so I have to sacrifice mythic units. Okay, so I have to sacrifice mythic units to ascend a unit. So I'm pretty sure this is where the unit becomes mythical. I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Because the interesting thing about this game is any unit can become good if you ascend it. So that's something you definitely want to do. Apologies if I got that wrong. And then you can prestige it once you hit level 100, or once a unit hits level 100. Exactly where you get these matrix modules, I honestly don't know. It's not from the story mode from what I can tell. Maybe you get them from infinite mode or the challenge mode. But I'm going to let you guys figure that out when you play the game on May 10th. Hopefully you guys have fun doing it. And the vid was kind of everywhere, but I basically told you everything you need to know about the game. So that is basically what I found playing it the past couple of days, and this is like all the information you're going to need. So hopefully this helps. I've been iGrind Games, and yeah, that's the video.